Hey Lisa, how's it going? I was doing some thinking time and here's the plan. Alright, so I figured the focus is going to be on the trade bot and I do need help on programming it, okay? And I know that whatever you learn, um, you'll probably know different than how I learned. I learned from scratch and from tutorials and no one taught me other than tutorials. And then since I have some more experience doing it on my own, I can help guide you along the way, and you'll be able to be up and running faster. Now I'm gonna start creating a training on how to do Ubot alongside while you're catching up with the basics of Ubot. Okay. Now whatever you learn on the tutorials is actually a lot more simpler and a lot easier, I think, once I teach it to you, right? It's kind of weird when you go through school, you learn, basic English and math, algebra, calculus, and then you go to the real world and you're like, all that goes out the window and you don't even use it, right? So it's kind of like that. I want to show you a much easier way of doing things better than the tutorials can do, okay? But I want you to go through the tutorials just so that you have some experience in understanding and being familiar with it. So if you can do all that complicated stuff that they want you to do in the tutorials, you'll probably be able to do the stuff I'm teaching you, okay? But it'll be faster. I've kind of created a system, okay? And it helps us kind of compartmentalize things, and if things grow or change, we can actually adapt to those changes a lot easier than what they're teaching you in the tutorials, okay? So after you know their tutorials, you're gonna go to my tutorials, in a sense, and my training, and then you'll be able to be up and running on creating trade bots. Alright. I'm gonna be creating the bulk of it, but then I'll be like, hey Lisa, can you create this small part? And then, well, hey, can you create this other small part? And then I'll kind of like be the project manager, and you kind of help me create the little small parts, and then I'll kind of put them together at the end. Okay, so don't worry about it being not work, doesn't work or whatever, but you can at least do a simple part and then simple part, because that's all we do. That's all I do is just make simple parts, simple parts, simple parts. So kind of like you create the alphabets, and then you put the alphabet to create words, then words to create sentences, and sentences to create paragraphs. Kind of keep it simple, because you kind of go straight to paragraph or sentences, it gets all confusing. The code is all over the place, and you can't reuse the code. So it's better that we create simple, small pieces, and then I'll string them together. Okay. And then once you get familiar, you'll probably be able to understand it and just start working on sentences and paragraphs and all that other stuff. Okay. So once that's done and you kind of get versed in it, and as we grow and if the trade bot gets big, then you'll be able to hire any kind of programmer and then run them through the training and then get them up to speed, because I don't think there's any schools that teach Ubotstudio. They teach C++, Java, and all other stuff. But if they come from a programming background, they know how to do Ubotstudio, because you just drag and drop it. Yeah. Or they can just go straight to, I don't know. Anyways, we just use Ubotstudio because it's all prepackaged in there for us. On top of that, as you know, that you see things that you can automate, like Amazon, or other things that you've been doing regularly, processing orders or whatever, or that seems redundant, you can go ahead and create the bot for it. Okay. Now think about it, when you create it, that someone else might have that or that same problem too. So that once you create it, we could then, hey, look what I'm doing on YouTube, and then we can also try licensing the bot also. Okay. So that's another revenue generating income. So once we create for ourselves, then we can license it out. Okay. All right. So that is the focus for now. It's gonna probably take a few months. I don't expect you to do it right away, but I know it's gonna take a lot of time for you to learn, and I think it's worth the investment to have you be up to speed with the programming. Okay. And I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun. Kind of, because I feel like I just want to sit there and program all day long, and I can really get zoned out into it, and I can spend tons of hours, and time goes by so fast, and I'm like, wow, cool, I created a cool bot, and it's doing what I needed to do, and I can go to, I can build more bots and armies of bots, and we can hyper thread and run multiple tasks at the same time, which I need to have a mindset for. So if I create the retuner again, I'll probably have a mindset of multi-threading it. Right now, I kind of didn't think about it at the time, so there's parts where I can't really multi-thread it. So, but yeah, anyways, I don't want to rewrite it again. Okay, Amazon listing, yes. Check it out. If you can create that custom upload local thingy, let's get that going too. And I'm gonna keep that as those 2 tasks right now. Let me see it, just Amazon listing and focus on the tutorials. I'm gonna link you the tutorials over here. It's under here, tutorials. Click on that, and there's like 25 tutorials and tasks. Just run through them. Okay. Create a project board, and then kind of subscribe me, so as you're doing each part, update me on the status and stuff, so I can kind of see the board too. Or maybe something, if you don't need a board, fine, but at least yeah, just create the board, and then once you're done, just scrap it. But at least it's a way to track your progress, and you can kind of like, hey, where did I leave off of, kind of thing, and then just update me on the status report. Okay. They're real fun. Also, we have 2 licenses. Let's see, Ubotstudio. I have my license under him.g. I bought a second license, so you can use that. And let me make sure it's under shared. Yeah, it's under shared. So Ubotstudio, make sure you use the admin one, and download that. Log in, download it into your computer, and install it. And I have extra plugins that I have that expands what Ubotstudio does, and I'll give them to you as you need. And it makes life a lot easier too, because those extra plugins that I purchased makes it a lot simpler. Okay, so yeah, and then I'll also show you later on here, I believe this is Ustrap, where you can drag and drop inputs and stuff. So you need something, you can go here, input field, and there it is. So that's how you create the UI. It's really easy, just drag and drop. That's a plugin I purchased separately, and I'll show you that later too. How to tie them all up, how to create all the tables and stuff, and link them all up to your stuff. And I think that's I think I can install this in 2 computers, so mine and yours. I also have this on the VPS, but I'm kind of using it personally as my personal computer, and so I have a lot of personal stuff on there, like Dropbox and stuff, and I 2-factored it pretty good. So I might just have you run it on your computer, it might be faster. Okay. Other than that, go from there. Now I'll guide you along the way, and don't worry, you don't get stressed out or anything like that. Just kind of take your time. You have any questions, ask me. Do videos so I can kind of quickly do a video back for you. It's easier to kind of see things work out, and I can do a demonstration on my side, and then you can try on your side and see how that works. Maybe there's certain thinking logic that's not working out, or you have a bug that you can't find. My tutorials actually help you troubleshoot that better and debug it faster. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, and yeah, just plug away and start programming. Okay, it'll consume a lot of time. Thanks.